You only get points for every set of 3.
Hi everyone.
What's happening, everyone? Here I will teach you how to play Chip and Dale Christmas Treasures card game. Find treasures in the tree, but watch out for Pluto. This is what you get. The instructions: a star token, 6 event cards, and 60 treasure cards. To set up the game, shuffle the treasures deck and draw 6 cards without looking at them. Place them face down on the table to form a Christmas tree. And that's what it looks like, just like that. You're then going to take the star token and place it on top of the tree. Take the rest of the treasure deck and place it somewhere for all players to reach. Then take all the events and sort them from 1 through 6, with 1 being on top and 6 being on the bottom. In a 2 or 3 player game, you'll be using all 6 of the events. In a 4 player game, you're going to remove event number 6, so you'll only be playing with these 5 events. And in a 5 or 6 player game, you'll remove event 6 and event 5, so you'll only be playing with these 4 events. The player that ate a candy cane last goes first, and turn order goes clockwise. The game is played in rounds, with each player taking 1 turn per round. At the start of each round, 1 event will be played going in numerical order. Some events will be done immediately, and some events will be done before each player's turn. I will go over what the events are later in the video, and the star token plays a role in some of the events. Regardless of the event, on your turn, you will do 3 steps in order. Step 1. Flip treasures. At 1 card at a time, flip treasure cards from the tree face up. You may choose any cards that you want. Do not flip any cards from the deck. So as you flip cards, after you flip the first one, you may decide to continue flipping or you may stop. As you flip cards, beware of Pluto. Pluto will appear on some of the treasure cards with an image of him on the top left corner. Some cards will have an image of 1 Pluto, and some cards will have 2 Plutos. So at any time when you're flipping cards, if you reveal 3 or more Plutos, Pluto caught you and you must stop flipping for that turn. So those are 2 ways that you can end step 1. Either you get caught by Pluto and you must stop, or you can stop yourself at any time. Depending on whether you got caught by Pluto or not from step 1 determines what happens in step 2. Collect treasures. From step 1, if you did not get caught by Pluto, you get to choose up to 2 face-up treasures from the tree for you to collect. But if Pluto did catch you from step 1, you can only collect 1 of the face-up treasures. You cannot collect any face-down treasures. Once you've collected your treasures, place them face up in front of you and move on to step number 3. Refill the tree. Any face-up cards that you flipped from step 1 are flipped back face down, and any empty spots on the tree are replenished from the top cards from the deck. Do not look at any of the cards from the deck when refilling the tree in this way. After that, your turn is over. It's now the next player's turn. I'm going to do a sample turn just to show you how this works. Let's pretend that I read off event number 1 and I follow what it does. Now it's step 1, flip treasures. I'm going to pick this one. Now from here I can stop it anytime that I want, but I'm going to keep going. I'm going to go for this one. Oh, this card has a Pluto, so I have 1 Pluto, 2 more, and I get caught. I'll go for this one. So I have 3 treasures. I'm going to stop it right there. So now I'm going to move on to step 2, collect the treasures. Since I only got 1 Pluto and not 3 or more, I did not get caught. So I get to pick any 2 of these 3 face-up treasures. So just for the heck of it, I'll just pick just these two, and then place them face up in front of me. Now at step 3, any face up cards from step 1 are flipped face down like this. Then I take the top 2 cards and refill the tree like that, because there were 2 empty spaces. Now my turn is over. That is how a turn works in this game. Like I said earlier, at the start of each round, an event will be played going in numerical order. Some events will have a star symbol shown on it, and some events do not. If the event for that round does not have a star symbol on it, then just do that event immediately. If the event does have a star symbol on it, then that event happens before each player's turn. The player that goes first for that round takes the star token, follow what the event does, and then they take their turn as usual. Once that player has finished their turn, the star token is passed to the next player, and then this process repeats for all players. Once the round is done, the star token is placed back on top of the tree. And one other thing, unless an event tells you to, do not peek at any of the cards from the tree or from the deck. The game ends when there are no more events left. In other words, the number of rounds in a game is equal to the number of events, and the number of events in a game depends on the number of players, like I mentioned earlier in the video. When the game is over, all players go through their cards for scoring. Let's go through these 2 cards first because they are the easiest. The first one is the acorn. Each one is worth 1 point. And then there's the bell. Each one is worth 2 points. Next is the ornament. There are 2 different images. One has Chip and the other has Dale. If you have 1 or more ornaments of the same character, it's worth 0 points. You must have both Chip and Dale as a pair to get 3 points. And the same exact thing happens for the candy cane. And popcorn. If you have 2 or less popcorns in your possession, they're worth 0 points. If you have 3 popcorns, they're worth 5 points for the set. If you have 4 or more popcorns, you only get points for every set of 3. Using the scoring system, add up all of your points. You can only use each treasure card once, and if any of your treasure cards have Pluto on them, don't worry, Pluto is not involved in the scoring. The player with the most points wins the game. If there is a tie, then all of the tied players win the game. And that is how you play Chip and Dale Christmas Treasures card game. Let's go through the 6 events and see what they do. The first one has a star symbol on it, and it features... Anyways, before your turn, collect 3 treasures from the top of the deck, then discard 1 of your treasures. Event 2 does not have a star symbol on it, and this one has Pluto with Dale, or maybe it's Dale after all, balancing on Pluto's tail. Flip all the treasures in the tree face up, then flip them face down, shuffle them, and replace them in the tree. Event 3 has a star symbol on it. Before your turn, swap 1 of your treasures with a treasure in the tree. This one has Pluto, just looks like he's doing some decorating. Poor Mickey and Pluto. This event, number 4 that is, does not have a star symbol on it. Discard all the treasures in the tree, then refill the tree from the deck. The 5th event does have a star symbol on it, with Pluto looking deep in the tree for Chip and Dale. Before your turn, peek at 2 treasures in the tree. And the 6th and final event does not have a star symbol on it, and is Mickey with some presents. Each player collects 2 treasures from the top of the deck. Then at the same time, all players pass 1 of their treasures to the player on their right. So if you noticed, all of the odd-numbered events have a star symbol on it, and all of the even-numbered events do not. I cannot stand this card. It's the 2nd event card, by the way. You take all of the treasure cards, flip them face up, flip them back face down, mix them up, and then fix the tree with them again. which essentially means that all the players get to see what the cards are before they get mixed. But what if all those cards combined have a total of 2 or less Plutos? Then that means the player going first can flip all 6 cards without getting caught. Then they can just take the best treasures. That's no fun. The first sentence should have been just thrown right out so nobody knows what those cards are going to be in the tree. That would make it fair. With that being said, that's going to do it for this video. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe for more, and don't forget to check out my gaming channel, Markis P Gaming, for video game Let's Play content. I will see you later, but until then, like always, take care.